Hi, all the signs of the Zodiac. I'm Pam, and welcome to your mid-month Psychic Tarot update for July 2019. This month, I'm using the Morgan Greer Tarot deck. And remember, these are general readings. And to get messages pertaining specifically for you, you would need a private reading. Please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign, because some months they're going to resonate more for you than your sun sign will. And if you're interested, you can get my mid-year love and romance psychic tarot update for 2019 by clicking on the link below this video in the show more section. So all that being said, now on to your mid-month July 2019 psychic tarot reading, and I'm starting with Aries. Aries, the first card you have is the Magician. And the Magician is a card that symbolizes the card of the manifester. What you think about, you bring about. What's in the ethers and in the spiritual plane and in your mind, you can manifest into physical reality. I feel that many of you Aries are like making jumps and leaps, and you may find yourself now or soon taking on more responsibilities. You may feel like you want to show people how it's done. You might be teaching and instructing, or you're just taking a take charge role. And like I said, you may just want to show people how things are done. Some things that you're going to be working on too, Aries, you may take some things that are kind of like complicated and simplifying them and making them simple. This could be work you're doing, projects, your home, simplifying your life, but taking complicated things and simplifying them is another theme for you at this mid-month of July and even moving forward into August. You know, you're kind of having some wisdom and knowledge pouring into you from the universe. So your spirit guides and, ascended masters and the universe itself, you're getting like a lot of downloads and higher vibration and higher frequencies are coming up for you now. Some of you Aries may feel like you want to do something to enhance your appearance. You may be getting plastic surgery, makeovers, changing your hair, going on a diet, joining a gym, starting to run or walk or bike or, spin classes or something. But I get like thinking of doing things to enhance your appearance in some way. And in work or business, your production levels are going to be very high. So if you're evaluated on your production level of your department or of you, or if it's your business, your productivity is going to be really increasing. Some of you are going to see somebody you haven't seen for a very long time and get together with them and hang out. You could go out for drinks or dinner or just chat on the phone or go have coffee. But I do get like reconnecting with somebody you haven't seen for a while. And Aries, that could be because we have Mercury in retrograde going on right now from the 7th of July to the 1st of August. The second card you have is Page of Rods, and this is very likely you. And this would be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. It could also be a messenger bringing in a message about business, work, enterprise, or some type of communication. You're really seeing things for what they are. You're not, at this point in time, you're not looking at things through rose-colored glasses. Maybe that's not your nature anyway, but I pick up like seeing things factually and in reality. You're really seeing things clearly. Some of you are going to have to redo something that you did before, and I do feel it may aggravate you. This could be maybe you painted something and it started to peel and now you have to repaint it, or you repaired some kitchen cabinets or fixed something or worked on something, and now you have to do it over again. That could also be because Mercury is in retrograde. That could be why to redo things does come up, and you're getting that here in your reading. I feel that some of you Aries are really learning a lot of lessons right now. And I feel like you're looking at somebody and you're going, I'm taking a page out of their book and I'm going to recreate something they did. It could be somebody you admire on the internet. It could be a mentor to you at work, or somebody you know in your personal life that you may feel like, you know, what did they do? What are they doing? They seem to have a really good life, or things are going well for them. And you may try to model your life or recreate something in your life after this person. Some of you may have ear trouble in July going into August. It could be wax buildup, or it could be an ear infection, or it could just be ear pressure. But I get like ear issues could kick up for some of you. Some of you are thinking, putting some energy and thought, long and hard thought, into money-making schemes, plans, and ventures, or how you can make more money in the future. Like really focusing on what you can do to increase your finances and bring more finances in. So it could be selling your own personal items, or getting a part-time job, or working more hours at the job that you're in, or something creative that you could do and make more money. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Taurus. The first card you have, Taurus, is the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups is a water sign person. This is either a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Could also be you, Taurus, if you have a rising or moon sign that's a water sign. You have a lot of back and forth communication going on with the Knight of Cups. I feel like you may actually be intertwined with them or involved in doing a lot of activities with them at this point in time in July, maybe even going into August. This could be a love partner for some of you, because I feel like they think highly of you. They would like to please you or do nice things for you. So for some of you, this is somebody you're connected to romantically, or someone you'll meet that will be interested in you romantically if you're single. You feel like their word is their bond. I do feel like you have a lot of trust and faith in them, and I feel you believe in their loyalty in this Knight of Cups. You could be working together on a project, and this Knight of Cups, for some of you, could be seeking you out for some kind of advice, knowledge, information, or insight. Now, whenever the court cards come up, I always say this, you're probably tired of hearing me say it, it's going to be multiple people, because it's a general reading for all the Tauruses listening. So but just know this Knight of Cups is significant. You're going to be interacting with them, doing things with them. You could be giving them advice. They could be coming to you for advice. You could be intertwined with them romantically. Some of you, this is a romantic partner, and some of you, you could be intertwined with them already, or somebody you're going to meet. This Knight of Cups may also be going through a period of time right now where they feel like they're challenged by their family. So they could be going through something a little tumultuous, or strife, or a little tricky situations with family. The Knight of Cups. I feel like the Knight of Cups is good for you and brings in positive news and blessings. So I'm not feeling like this is somebody that's, would bring in adversity for you. I feel like if you're in a love relationship, they may be very good to you and spoil you. And the Knight of Cups may be throwing their hat into the ring for a job or some kind of promotion or something, because I get that about them also. You have the Nine of Pentacles next. This is being at peace and contentment with your life and having financial stability and abundance around you and behind you. Some of you are getting ready to travel, to take a trip. I feel that some of you Tauruses are going to sink a lot of money and or energy into something that you're working on or creating, or something that you believe in strongly. Some of you that are working Tauruses are going to get a raise or an increase in your salary, either now or in the next couple of months, because I get an arc of time, like I see July through the end of September. So anytime in that time frame, I feel you could get this increase in salary or money coming to you. If it's not through a raise or an increase in salary, just more money coming to you through something you're doing. And some of you Tauruses are actually going to be networking or making a very important new connection for you that will pan out and play out for you in a positive way in your future. Either, I feel like it's more like money, business, work related, or your own business or projects related to something you want to make money on. But for some of you, it could even be love. And for some of you, the connection could be the Knight of Cups. Some of you will be getting a new car. And if you don't purchase it, you could be getting it from someone. You might inherit it from a relative that can't drive anymore. Or somebody could be incredibly generous and gifting you with a new car. Or you could just be buying it. But I do see many of you Tauruses with a new vehicle. You may do something different and change something. You may get contacts to change your eye color or do something where you're changing your hair color. But I see some of you changing your eye color. So you may be getting different colored contacts. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Gemini. And the first card you have, Gemini, is the Page of Cups. And this is a water sign person. This is either a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. This could also be you, Gemini, if you have a rising sign or moon sign that's a water sign. This could also be a messenger bringing in a message about love. Some of you are going to get along swimmingly with somebody you're going to meet or somebody you've recently met. There'll be a camaraderie of spirit between the two of you and a good emotional connection or a good flow of communication and ideas going on between you and this Page of Cups. They're looking at you like you have it going on, you've got it all together, you've got your act together. They're looking at you like that. You may look at them like they're extremely interesting, intellectual maybe even, and very diverse in either their interests or something about them you're seeing as diverse. This could be someone you're going to start dating, someone you're in love with right now, or someone you're going to meet where a relationship is going to form. Because I do feel a lot of this feels like romance and love relationships. So if you're already intertwined, you may, with the Page of Cups, this may be that person for you. If you're single, this could be someone coming in, or maybe you've recently started seeing this Page of Cups. Keep in mind, you have to know people's rising sign and moon sign as well as their sun sign. So if you say, oh, I met somebody, but they're a Leo. Well, what's their rising sign or moon sign? They could be coming up really, here through the Page of Cups and you're not recognizing it. I feel like you're putting a lot of things out on the table, and I do feel like emotionally speaking, what you want, what you need, what your thoughts are, and other things putting out on the table. And I feel like you're going to change a lot of things about yourself, Gemini, in some regard, where you may change your diet, your exercise routine, your living space and living quarters. You may change rooms all around, move furniture, could move even possibly. And that move for you could come up within the next 9 to 12 months if you don't do it right now. So the next card you have is Six of Rods, which is victory. This is victory after a battle or being victorious in some way. You're going to be so busy. I see communication filling up your life, and you're going to be so busy. So this communication could be through what you do for a living. You could have new clients, more clients, be going to business meetings, making speeches, PowerPoint presentations, just having to communicate with a lot of people at a distance, I feel. You may make some contacts at a distance, and I feel that some of you Geminis are going to square away some deal. Now, this deal could happen in July. It could happen in August. It may even happen in September, but I really feel it's more like July, August. And this deal is going to be lucrative for you, or it's going to pay off for you in some way. But squaring away some deal comes up here for you Geminis. And you're going to be very bound and determined to get something going in your life. And you're not, especially if you've had something cooking going on that you feel like has petered out or stalled, you're not going to let that happen. You're going to be very much like, yeah, even if you took a little break or if things were slow before, you are going to be charging forward on, your drive and your will is just going to be really strong right now. I feel like you're going to be talking to people that are going to come into your life that are going to park themselves somehow in your life and want to discuss or talk over a plan. They may want to make plans with you, but I feel like it could be family that's doing it. It could be friends that are doing it, but for some of you, I feel like it's work or clients or business that kind of come around you. Here they are, and want to strategize or put your heads together and come out with some kind of plan. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Cancer. Cancer, the first card you have that showed up today is the Hierophant. And this is God giving you a blessing or a warning. It could also be an indication of higher education and higher learning. I feel like you're going to take something up to the next level. This could be something that you could study a new language. And this new language could help you in your career ventures. You could be a translator, or it could open up career opportunities, or more things could come to you if you are able to speak more than one language fluently. But even if learning another language doesn't have anything to do with you, I still feel like there's something you're elevating and taking a step further. You may take training, classes, online courses, or study something that would either give you an additional certificate, could be a degree, could give you more licenses and permits to do something, or it's just going to help you. I feel like whatever you study or learn now over the course of the next 6 months is going to really pay off for you in spades. Like, you'll be like, wow, that was the best move I ever made. So anything to expand your learning, because I do feel like you're stepping up, you're stepping things up, you're stepping up a level. Maybe even you're going up to the next level in your job or the next level in school. That kind of energy is around this Hierophant for you. You may have some things that are going to break or fall apart in July. They could be like your washer, your dryer, your dishwasher. It could be something to do with your car. It could be small appliances. But I feel like you're going to have either repair people coming to you and fixing some things, or you're going to be like, you know what? I'm not replacing this, that, and the other. I'm not paying people to fix that. I'm just chucking it and I'm buying new things. But the thing is, if you do that, just be cautious that you might not really want to buy anything new or replace anything new until August 15th or later. So keep that in mind. Make sure you keep your warranties or anything that you've spent money on recently. If you bought it at the beginning of the retrograde or you bought it recently, you may have to return things, check warranties, and save all your receipts, because I do see this kind of activity coming up for some of you Cancers. So here you have the Six of Cups, and the Six of Cups is two people that have known each other before in a previous incarnation and have reincarnated into this incarnation to solve karma. It could be also fond childhood memories. It could also indicate children. But a lot of times this card to me is two people that are going to be intertwined romantically speaking, and whether you stay together or not, it doesn't matter. You're still going to solve karma. Some of you may be trying to seek out either astrologers, psychics, or therapists, or spiritual advisors, or religious people, or friends to advise you about relationships. You may have questions about relationships, and you may be quite perplexed by them, so you could be seeking some counsel about relationships in July. Some of you may be working with someone or meet someone soon that your heart is going to beat a lot faster. You may feel a very strong sexual chemistry and attraction to someone that comes up. So it could be like a crush or somebody you're admiring from afar, or it could be somebody you meet and you're like, wow, who is this person? I'm like really attracted to them. I get all that kind of attraction energy. You may find yourself in a position where you feel like I have to go against the grain and do things that I feel a little unsure about or uncomfortable about, or that I'm not used to doing, and step out of the box if you meet someone romantically speaking and you're like, oh man, I wouldn't normally go up and introduce myself or try to get to know somebody that boldly, but you may be taking steps like that. And it could be if you're with your partner, you may be going round and round and round with your partner in July and trying to sort things out. Like you may have had disruptions or things that have broken or aren't working, either in your relationship or in your environment, and you have to get things sorted out with your partner. So for some of you that are single or even coupled and you're not happy, you could meet somebody that you want to have an affair with, or you would like to have a relationship with, whether you're single or coupled. But for those of you that are coupled and you're not going anywhere, I do feel you could be going round and round with your partner about either troubles in your relationship or troubles in the environment around you and having to sort it out. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Leo. And Leo, the first card you have that showed up here for you today is the Four of Swords. This is a pause, a meditative state, a resting phase, a recuperation from an illness. It could also symbolize prayer. It's kind of time for you to hide some things from some people. Keep some secrets. Don't be so, maybe you're bold and you're upfront, you tell a lot of people stuff. It's time to there's some things you need to keep in the shadows from some people. For your own self-preservation. It's not like you're doing anything, I don't feel like you're doing anything bad to them, but I feel like it's protective for you. Some of you may know someone that either has had a rough go of it and attempted suicide, or that has done that. Not right now. They may have already done that. That also comes up here too. You may hear of that. Somebody you know. Or they could have recently passed. Some of you may have to have some kind of surgery. You may have a cyst that has to get removed, or like a lump that has to get removed. I don't feel like it's bad surgery or life-threatening. I'm not feeling like it's like that. Some of you may also be taking some things out that you've had either in storage or in a safe or has been packed away, and analyzing some things. You may have to look at some paperwork, applications, taxes, or something that wasn't filed properly. And you may have done it online, or you're going to try to sort it out online. So you got a variety of things coming up here with this Four of Swords. Some of you Leos that want to get pregnant are going to find out that you are pregnant. And some of you may find out you're pregnant by surprise. So that comes up here too. Wow, you had a lot of different things in the Four of Swords. So the next card you have is the World. And the World is, this is being in control. This is the planets in the heavens and the spirit guides around you conspiring to give you more control. Some of you have been in some kind of doldrums. And I feel like you're going to start to get out of those doldrums. And I see you assembling things, and it could be a plan or assembling furniture. You could either be assembling furniture or assembling a plan. And I hear some of you are thinking, I've got to get out of here. So there might be a job you need to get out of, or a relationship you have to get out of. You could even find yourself in some kind of litigation as well. It could be through divorce or for other reasons. You know, other doesn't necessarily mean the litigation is only divorce settlements. It could be other legal things as well. I also feel that some of you Leos are taking a long, hard look at people that you interact with or have surrounded yourself with that you feel may not have been the best people to consort with, or have held you back or kept you down in some way. I feel like you're doing some kind of like analysis of these people. And I don't feel like it's going to be a hard stretch for you to figure out who they are. They could even be relatives. It doesn't necessarily mean it's just, you know, friends you hang out with. This could also be family members that fall into this realm as well. I don't know what is happening for you, but I'm hearing that you have to harness all your strength and all your energy, because in January, some very big deal is going to happen for you. It may be a new job. It may be more work. It may be it's something big. So I actually feel like this eclipse that's occurring on July 16th in Capricorn is doing something that you're not going to see the kabam, the big result, till you get to January. So rest, get your strength, you know, take care of loose ends and all that, Leo, because you got a lot of action-packed things going on in January of 2020. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Virgo. And the first card you have, Virgo, is the Seven of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles is a card that symbolizes being exhausted of your hard work and efforts, but gaining financial gain from your hard work and effort. It's kind of time for you to take stock of what you have going for you, like counting your chickens, so to speak. You may even consider doing some kind of freelance work or subcontracted work, or putting yourself out there in some new capacity for work, or maybe even starting your own cottage business at home, or having a sideline gig or hobby. I get those kind of efforts coming up here for you. I do feel that some of you that are working or have some kind of enterprise going are going to get rewarded handsomely financially in July. So like making money, getting some kind of gain, financial gain, some reward, but it's from something that you're doing. You may have to make some kind of talk or speech, or make some kind of presentation in front of kids or groups or family members of some sort. Like maybe you're going to call a big family meeting, or gather all your kids together and give them a talking to about something or some plan. But it could be in a business sense also. I feel in a year from now, you're going to take some kind of big trip or travel. Some of you could be doing it now, but I actually feel it's more like a year from now. And this could be like You're going far away. This is to the opposite side of the world from wherever you live. I do feel, and so maybe it's coming up now because you're starting to talk about it or plan it or orchestrate it or, you know, get it lined up and reserved. I don't know, but I don't feel you're doing the trip now, although for some of you, you might. But I feel like it's something big with trip or travel in a year from now. And your generosity is going to pay off, Virgo, because somebody you helped or did something kind for or was generous to is going to come back to you tenfold. And you could experience that now in July or in August or September. The next card you have here is Five of Cups, and this is sadness, loss, and regret. So this could be, you know, emotional. Sometimes when the Five of Cups, any fives when they come up, it can mean some kind of loss. I feel that some of you have some misery or sadness or some that you kind of have to let go of, because I do feel that there was someone that either passed away or something you had to give up. It could be a relationship or a job. It could have been a person that passed away. And I don't feel like that happened right now. I feel like it's already happened. So this would be affecting you now. Like, you know, these eclipses, especially this one on the 16th of July in Capricorn, is going to, you know, these eclipses can bring some of this stuff up. And we've got Mercury in retrograde, plus also quite a few other planets are retrograde right now too. But I feel like Mercury in retrograde along with this eclipse could be driving this up, these feelings up in you right now. And I feel like whatever went on, whatever this was, you had to really hold it together. So whether it was a love relationship you broke up with, or if somebody passed away, or if it was a job you had to let go of, it's like you really had to put on a good front, brave front, hold it together. I get that energy is what you had to do. You may even have some let down, dejected feelings like, I should have done more, or I wish I had done more. And that's the worst thing you can do to yourself. Don't beat yourself up and have regrets. Like woulda, shoulda, coulda isn't going to help you, or feeling guilty is not going to help you. So the best thing you can do for yourself is to release that. You know, and one of the blessings is going to be from it is you're going to have more freedom to move on to do other things. But I feel like you're kind of focusing a lot on that you wanted everything to be special, or you had such high ideals or such high hopes. And you may be questioning yourself and feeling like I didn't do enough, or did I do enough, or I wish I did more. So don't second guess yourself and beat yourself up, Virgo. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Libra. And the first card you have, Libra, is the Queen of Cups. And this is a water sign person. This is either a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. It could also be you, Libra, if you have a rising sign or moon sign. That's a water sign. Wow. The water sign people want to come up in this reading, maybe because it's, I don't know, Cancer season, maybe why, but there's other water sign people here too. You may be dealing with a Queen of Cups person that has some things shifting and changing with them that you might not like. And you may feel like whatever they're doing is falling short from hitting the mark of what they need to do. And if they're employees to you, an employee to you, you may feel like, yeah, they're not cutting the mustard. They're not doing what they need to do. Or if it's a child to you, or a love partner to you, or a sibling or a parent to you, you could have the exact same feeling. Like there's, like, I feel like you're feeling critical of them a little bit. Like that they're not doing enough, or like they need to do more, or like, are they making mistakes? Because I feel like they're getting under your skin somehow. You could feel irritated and annoyed by them in mid-July and going into August. You may feel like they've got a lot to say, like maybe they talk too much. Maybe you think their thinking is way far out there, too far out of the box for you. I don't know, but I get you're not really approving of their beliefs or what they're saying or how they're handling things. I feel like you're feeling critical about them. They're kind of thinking the same thing about you, not exactly, but like they kind of feel like you need to get it together and that your act is kind of off or all over the place or not in what alignment with the way they look at things. So I feel like you and the Queen of Cups are having a mirrored kind of, not totally the same, but similar reactions to each other. And for some of you, that could be because this is your rising sign or moon sign even. That could be why. So the card you have with it, that came up with it, is the Four of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles this is called the Miser card. This is holding on protectively to your finances or anything of value. It can also sometimes mean financial success coming to you in the future. I feel that some of you Libras may be looking at your finances and reviewing them and analyzing them and going, what's wrong here? Maybe you feel like there's missing money or like the spending has gotten out of hand, or you could be feeling the squeeze about money. You may also feel like you've given away a lot of money to either bills or to family and friends, because I get this feeling like you feel like you've had to pay too much out. And in some cases, it may be to like family members. Maybe you've been helping out, you know, one of your kids, or maybe there's been a lot of weddings, christenings, baptisms, birthdays, engagements, etc., etc., etc. And maybe you're like, man, I'm giving away a lot of money all of a sudden. Money here, money there, money here, money there. But for some of you, it could be towards debts and bills as well. You may kind of feel too, I got to jump back here to this Queen of Cups, like they could be feeling like they're talking down to you. You may be feeling like they're being very critical of you, which is really funny because I did kind of pick that up about you to them. So, but it may have some connection to do with money, spending, and finances. You may have some plans in your head, Libra, that next year you're going to sell something big. You might not do it in 2019. You may wait till you get into 2020. Maybe you have a house you want to sell, or a boat you're going to sell, or some big type of technology, machinery, equipment, whatever, big things of value, antiques, whatever. I feel like you're going to be thinking of getting rid of either one particular thing that has great value, could be a piece of land or a rental property. Because I feel like you have the feeling here like you need to free some things up. Like you'd like to see some things liquidated, like you need to have more liquid cash. See, Max was snoring really loud right there. That's always an indication to me that what I'm saying is right. I always trust my Maxie boy. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Scorpio. So the first card you have, Scorpio, is the Strength card. And this is having to access your inner courage and inner strength, having strength and courage over adversity. It's also spiritual power over the material world. And it could also be taming the savage beast in someone, or even dealing with a Leo. I feel that you feel that people have really put a lot of pressure on you. It could be at work. This could be family. I'm not sure where it's coming from. But I get this feeling of you feeling like you're kind of under the gun or under pressure. Like, or like, you know, I'm seeing like a finger getting put on top of you. Like the pressure. I get that for you. And you've seen some things clearly now, Scorpio, some people's true traits have come out and come to light to you that maybe you suspected it before, but you weren't sure. Well, you're getting the full blast of it now. This eclipse in July, and maybe both eclipses, maybe also the one on the 2nd and this one coming up on the 16th, it's illuminating and shining light onto you, shining light onto people and their behaviors to you. You're seeing it real clear now. You may feel like you want to talk to them about it, and you may even feel a little spiteful, like you would like to get back at them for something that they've said or done, or some ugly thing about their truth that has come to light for you. But you are going to remain calm and remain that fortress, because I feel that however you handle it, you have to show that not like you're falling apart about anything, like you've got solidarity in yourself, you've got strength in yourself. And so even though you might be boiling mad, or feeling depressed or upset about what's come out, you're gonna be like a pillar of strength. You're not going to show that. And I feel Scorpios feel like, I've done everything I could for that person. I bent over backwards for them. I went the extra mile for them. I did this or that for them. And you're going to feel like you got the short end of the stick from them. So the next card you have here is the 7 of Rods. And this is closing the door on negativity coming at you, holding back negative energy and communications from coming at you, closing the door on it or keeping it at bay. It's also taking the moral high ground, which makes a lot of sense with what was coming up in the Strength card. You're going to feel like you can't believe how rude people are being, or how out of whack people are being, and what people are saying. I feel like you're going to be looking at people like, what, did I enter a crazy town? Or is everybody going loony bin? But these are people you know. I don't feel these are strangers. These are people that you have to interact with. I do feel there's someone, or maybe a couple people, that you're going to put the barrier down on, and you're going to say, I'm not going to speak to you or talk to you anymore. Don't contact me. Don't get in touch with me. Don't expect anything from me. Don't text me ever again. Don't call me ever again. I get that energy like, whew, you're shutting it down. And you know what? That can also apply very strongly in this. I'm feeling this strongly here, and I don't always get this in this little quick updates, because this is short and fast. That could also apply to Scorpio rising and moon signs very strongly, not just Scorpio sun there with that card. There's jealousy and anger that swirls around this, that's been sort of like levied at you or about you. And you may have also had some of that going the other way. So this is one of those messages, since it's a general reading and I'm not doing a private reading for you here, that it's hard for me to tell, is that what's the jealousy and anger coming at you or coming from you? Or it could be both things happening here. And if you've been in a job situation or a living situation where you felt like you were the punching bag, or people were making you the scapegoat, you're going to get out of there, and you're going to say, you know what, I'm not taking this anymore. I'm getting out. So if you have, like I said, it could be a living situation or a work situation. I feel that was what that message was about. You are going to feel like you're triumphant or have some kind of victory here, though. Even though you may get like, what? I'm not seeing that from these cards. I do feel like ultimately, after this dust settles here, going into the end of August, you're going to feel like you had some victory here. You'll see. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Sagittarius. First card you have, Sagittarius, is the Hermit. This is spiritual guidance. This is your spirit guides lighting the way, showing you the way to go. This could also be you being the Hermit, taking a step back and getting a lay of the land before you proceed forward. And but your spirit guides are still going to be guiding you and lighting the way. Time is marching forward, and it's time for you to heal all old wounds from the past. And it's actually weird because I kind of feel for you like the Hermit is almost like father time here, because I'm getting like time to heal from the past and time is marching forward, and that's what you have to do. I also see some of you Sagittarians having to spread some things out and divide your time up, because I feel like too many things, it's like you have to separate things. Too many things are happening too much all at once, too much business, too much work, too much communication, too much pressure about other things. And you need to not try to do too much, too fast, and everything at once. You need to do things in bite-sized pieces, you know, like take things apart, take your time, separate things. If you had like goals or agendas, like I got to finish everything in this amount of time, or I'm always in a hurry, I got to do this and that, and then I got to take care of this and I got to do that. It's time to like, I'm seeing a big blanket on the ground, and it's like, it's almost like taking tarot cards and spreading them all out on this blanket. And the tarot cards that I'm seeing are representative for you of like, I have to take care of this area, and then I got to take care of that, and I have to take care of that. But you have to spread it out and maybe even delegate and take your time and not get so overwhelmed and not try to take care of everything and take care of business all at once. Dreams are going to really kick up for you now, especially with this Mercury in retrograde we're in and the eclipse. They're going to really affect your dreams, and pay attention to them and write them down or say them on a recorder when you wake up, because I feel like you're getting important downloads and messages from your spirit guides during this time frame. So the next card you have with it is the Four of Rods, and this could be about your marriage if you're already married. It could be getting married. It could be attending a wedding. It could be throwing a wedding. It could be going to a celebration. It could be success coming to you in springtime. You're going to finally get, I don't know if this is the right word, lauded for your work. Lauded. L-A-U-D-E-D, I believe it's the word. Recognized for your work. You're going to get either some kind of award or a promotion or a write-up, or, you know, employee of the month, employee of the year, the best in our company, highest ranking such and such. Like, you've got that kind of thing coming to you. But this is about work. That's about work or business. If you're single, someone who you will date soon is going to be somebody you're going to marry. That's for you single Sagittarians. And I feel you may actually meet them in this month of July. You may go on your first date with them this month of July. You may go to some gathering where you're going to be a big hit and everybody's going to want to come up and talk to you, or you could be attracting a lot of attention, either for what you wore, what you said, what you've done, how you look. But this is some kind of gathering. Like, to me, it is some kind of party. You could be attending somebody's wedding or a retirement party or a graduation party or something. It could be work related, but some kind of celebration. But I feel like you're going to be attracting a lot of attention. And if you're single, and that may be where you meet the person that you're going to then date and then eventually marry. And some of you Sagittarians are going to be working on putting together some kind of new programs. It could be a new format for your computer, a new program for your business, a new program of study. You could be putting it together for a company or business that you work for or own. But it's going to make things a lot better and easier for you, and very likely could have some lucrative financial gain associated with it. So that one was a little tricky. You might want to listen to that one again. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Capricorn. Capricorn, the first card you have is the Six of Rods. This is victory after a battle. And I'm hearing my guides say right away that you're going to get some advisement of how you can, if you have any competition with someone, how you can rise above your competition. So it could be like a mentor's advising you, a boss could be advising you, an instructor could be advising you, somebody you could even hire or pay to give you advice could be advising you. But I feel like you're going to get some kind of knowledge or information or insight how to, like, you know, beat the competition. So this could be if you own your own business and you have a lot of competing businesses, how you can beat those, or if it's in the line of work that you're in, or you're vying for a position and there's a lot of other people competing to get this particular position. I feel like you're going to get some advice or instruction of how to beat the competition. I do feel like you're going to win in this regard and succeed, and this is going to start you on a path of a very long journey. You're going to have a whole new outlook about your life and yourself, and you may even have a new place. I get having a new place. So it could be, you could be moving to a new place. It could be having a new place to work. But this is going to involve you having a new place in some regard. I do feel that some of you Capricorns are going to hold some kind of position of power and authority. And if you already hold it now, then that's no news to you. Or if you have one, even if you have a good position, I still feel like power and authority is coming here to you. This is how it feels to me. You may have some kind of problem with your foot or your feet in July that could need some kind of surgery. I'm seeing the next card. Maybe that's why that's kicking that up. I don't know. But, or it might be minor, or you could just have something wrong with your foot, that your foot could be hurting or bothering you in July. I'm not wishing that on you, but my guides brought that up. You have Four of Swords next, which is a pause, a meditative state, a resting phase, a recuperation from an illness. It could also indicate prayer. That this may be why that came up about your foot. You've been through a lot emotionally with people or someone, and I feel like it's now time for you to like take a pause, a step back, and see where you stand. Where you stand with each other. So this could be with a love partner you've had, some, rocky times, or it could be a family member, or it could be a good friend, a longtime friend, or a boss. I feel like there's some pause here, and now you're looking at, okay, like, where do I stand? If you've been dating someone or seeing someone and you're not seriously coupled or married, or even if you are, you could have an affair. I get like some of you Capricorns are going to start seeing someone new, and that's romantically speaking. Anything that you put all your energy and efforts to right now, especially if it involves work, documentation, paperwork, submitting applications, writing anything down, you're going to come out a winner. Because I see you putting all the time, effort, and energy into it. So again, like how I got beating the competition, it comes up again. Your two cards are flip-flopping back and forth between the two. Oh, well, Mercury's in retrograde. Why am I surprised? And you know what? Don't be surprised if somebody in your field has seen your work or your talents or or abilities, and they want to hire you. They want to give you a job, or they may even want to steal you away from a company or business you're working from now. If you really like to eat red meat, you may have some issues that are cropping up for you that could be like, I'm going to call it bursitis or gout or acidy. Like I'm not a medical doctor, obviously, so I don't know if I'm explaining this right, but you could have something to do with red meat affecting your body in July, maybe even into August. Could make your joints stiff. That could be contributing to your foot hurting, that kind of thing. Toes, feet, joints, knees, but knees, ankles, feet, from the knees down. Something to do with eating red meat. So you might want to stay away from red meat in July and August. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Aquarius. And the first card you have, Aquarius, is the Two of Rods. And the Two of Rods to me symbolizes partnership in business or partnership in romance. Or it could be something you're making or creating and putting out into the world. Your Aquarians are going to start to see something come to fruition that you've been waiting for. It may not really start really happening until you get into August, but you may start to see the shades of it beginning in July. You're going to have like a whole new outlook and a whole new gambit of things that you have to analyze and think about to do with this, whatever this is coming to fruition. And there's going to be somebody coming in that's going to help you with this. It could be a business partner, or just somebody that maybe you hire or that you meet or you come in contact with or contacts you, that is going to, they're either going to be a partner with you or they're going to work together with you or help you out with what is coming to fruition for you. It is going to put you in a position of pressure. You're going to have to shine, and you're going to have to take some kind of risk or chance comes up here. I feel like you're going to learn a lot in this process, and I feel like things are going to work out. You're going to get a more clear picture and a much better understanding of either a job that you're in, or a project you're trying to get started, or an opportunity that comes up. This person that comes in is going to be like, you know what, let me clear this up for you. I'm going to help you out, and I'm going to explain to you, here's A, B, C, D. This is what you need to do. This is what's involved. Can you rise to this challenge? Here's some insight that's going to help you do it. Maybe they're going to help or be part of it with you. All that is swirling around this Two of Rods for you. And one thing that that's really good here for you, Aquarius, is you have a flair for ideas. You're a good idea person, and that's going to benefit you in this situation. You have the Sun next, and the Sun is the spotlight being on you, or it's success in the material world. It can be happiness, joy, and exuberance, like childhood happiness. It can also mean love. This is it, Aquarius. This is a moment you've been waiting for. You're going to finally see something that you've been wishing for or hoping for, or that's been brewing behind the scenes. It's going to come to the horizon now. You're going to see it. Some of you are going to be linked up new with someone, romantically speaking, someone new. I feel this likelihood of time may not be in July, more likely to be August and September for you, that this is about new love coming in or love partnership happening. And if you're single, or whatever your status is, this person coming in for you is really going to give you everything you need. And I really do feel like it's August, because look at it. The sun, that's Leo, the sunflowers, kind of Leo energy again. I really do feel August is more likely here about the love part. There's going to be a solid foundation here that you're going to build on with this partner, or with this opportunity, venture, or whatever it is that's coming to fruition. And you're going to hold all the cards, Aquarius. It's going to be like you're going to end up feeling like you finally got some power in your hands. Maybe you haven't felt like that for a long time. Maybe you felt like the universe was playing some like mean tricks to you, or like everybody else has their cards, but you were sitting there with none. Cards are going to be in your hands now. And if you have to have any challenge of any kind, I feel like you'll succeed and win. That's a theme that's come up here for a couple of the signs. I felt that with Scorpio. I felt that with Capricorn. I feel that with you. There might have been another sign that had that as well. Maybe Aries also. And this is going to give you a boost to your energy, and you're going to feel like really inspired to go after your goals and dreams from this energy that's going on right now in July and moving forward into August. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Pisces. And the first card you have, Pisces, is the Ace of Swords. So this is victory, truth being revealed, wisdom, knowledge. Could also mean love. I finally got it. I won. I succeeded. I did it. So something you're like, you are victorious about something in mid-July, maybe even going into August. If you play any sports, your team or you could be the victor, the winner. If you applied for a job or jobs and it was tricky, you're going to succeed. You're going to get it. If you had a bid in on a house and there was a lot of people bidding on it and you really, really wanted it, you're going to get it. The bid will go to you. You're winning something here. And in some regards, Pisces, I feel like you talked to the right people and you know the right people that kind of maybe helped pave the way. Doesn't mean it wasn't by your own success, but there were some people that were around you, around the scene, that helped this victory come into reality for you. And you know what? Something here is going to happen where you're going to be able to display your knowledge, your wisdom, your talents. Like you're going to be able to, you're going to have this big feeling of like freedom of self-expression. You're going to be expressing yourself more, and that's more true to you and align with you and more in line with what you want to do in the world, create in the world. Either in business or work or school, could even be in love. I do feel that some of you Pisces, if you're single, this has come up quite a bit this month. You could meet somebody now or soon that gets really serious. Or you could be involved with somebody now that you just started dating recently, or you're getting to know them, and it could really turn into something serious. Some of you Pisces may find yourself teaching a class, teaching something also. This could be required of you at your job, or, or maybe you're going to do it and you're going to start charging money. Maybe you're going to do webinars or, in-person seminars or teaching classes somewhere, and you could get paid for that. So teaching also comes up here for you. You have the King of Cups next, which could be you. As I said, water sign people were all over the place. Page of Cups, Knight of Cups, King of Cups, Queen of Cups. Here you go. Here's King of Cups. Could be you. This is Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. You could enter into a contract or a negotiation with someone. It could be an entity of like a company. It could be a person. And you know what? After the fact, there's going to be like high-fiving and celebrating all around. So whatever contracts or negotiations you enter into now or through the end of August is going to really benefit you, and you're going to feel like, woohoo! I mean, I can't get away from it. Ace of Swords. You may also take some kind of class where if you feel like you want to communicate more clearly or speak better in some way, if you have to teach or you have to make presentations, And it may be just some online thing that you take. It doesn't necessarily mean, oh, I got to go to school and I got to take classes and I don't want to do it. Could be online, could be a webinar that you watch, but it could be to help you somehow communicate better, more effectively or efficiently or more clearly. Some of you Pisces are going to be really, really getting serious with somebody, and you may give someone an engagement ring, or they may be engaging to, wanting to get engaged to you, or you may be getting very serious, like, I want to make a commitment, a serious relationship, or let's live together. You've got some serious commitments of love coming up here, some of you Pisces. I feel like some of you are going to attend somebody else's wedding, and this is going to really inspire you in either a relationship you're in, or even if you're not in one and you want to be in one. I feel that you are going to go to a wedding that inspires you. And that could happen in July, or it could happen in the next month or two. But I feel like you're going to get a lot of love inspiration from this wedding. And that's the second time something to do with a wedding came up. I don't know who else had that. I don't know. I'm not sure. There's 12 signs. So I hope those messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. As always, thanks for watching. And please like, share, and subscribe. And hit that notification bell when you do subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And if you're interested in getting my mid-year love and romance psychic tarot update for 2019, you can access those videos for download and purchase by clicking on the link below this video in the Show More section. And it'll take you to those videos on Vimeo, or you can always go to my website, www.theluckymermaid.com. Click on the videos tab on my menu, and there you'll see all the video series I have listed that are on Vimeo. You just click under the sign of the heading you want, whatever heading you're interested in. Just click on your sign and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. Also, if you're interested in getting the psychic crystal readings for July 2019, you can also click on the other link below and it will take you to those videos, and they're also available on my website. And if you would like to see and hear more predictions from me and my spirit guides that you're not going to be able to see here on YouTube, you can follow me on my 2 Facebook business pages at The Lucky Mermaid LLC and The Psychic Pastry Chef LLC, and also on my Instagram account, The Lucky Mermaid _ Pam Georgel. I pull tarot cards, oracle cards, I use my crystal on all of those places and give you psychic predictions and messages there. And it's not just necessarily for the day. Sometimes my spirit guides are giving a prediction for a week or a couple of months out. It's always, never know what they're going to say. So please follow me over there, and hope you like the messages I get for you in those venues. So I hope you have absolutely amazing energy coming to you during this mid-month of July 2019, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.